X, I think in those 3 slides encompassed 19 months of journey even longer if we count the intention behind Tsinghua Southeast Asia and Kura-Kura Bali, to conception, to planning and implementation through the journey with the participants. So I think that's a big homage to all of us here involved in the program. So congratulations again, everyone. Now, to also bring the voice of our participants, our fellows have elected a person, somebody very special to the program, to represent their voices and in sharing what the program has meant for her. So may I welcome Ibu Dumasi Samosir Wongso from PT Asuransi Sinarmas as the class representative. Ibu Dumasi, if you would be so kind to share the voices of the class.
Thank you, Prof. Shobi. So good evening to Minister of State-Owned Enterprises, Bapak Erick Thohir and delegates, Minister of Education and Culture, Bapak Nadiem Makarim and delegates, Vice President of Tsinghua University, Mr. Yang Bin, President of United in Diversity, Sir Gordon Duff, Executive Dean of Tsinghua Shenzhen International Graduate School, Madam Cao Hong, and Dean of School of Continuing Education, Tsinghua University, Mr. Liu Zhen, Senior Advisor of Tsinghua Southeast Asia Center, Professor Ed Crowley, Happy Digital X faculty, Happy Digital X classmates and family, and esteemed guests and friends of Happy Digital X. First of all, thank you to our mighty God that we can finally have our online graduation ceremony this beautiful evening. I would like to thank my husband and kids for supporting me throughout my journey with Happy Digital X, and I believe all 72 of us participants would also like to thank our families because our classes always overlap with our family time, right? Thank you to Tsinghua Southeast Asia, UID, HDX family, and thank you to all my colleagues of the first cohort of Happy Digital X Cities System Products and Services, those who have entrusted me to deliver this speech to represent all of us. We would especially like to thank all of the professors and lecturers who have taught us from so many different countries with different time zones. Thank you for providing us with such extraordinary knowledge. Perhaps the most extraordinary thing is how many of my colleagues in this course hold doctorate degrees and master degrees. In my group alone, we have 4 doctors and 3 masters, and I myself only have a bachelor's. So it's just a blessing. When I first joined this program, it was actually thanks to an invitation from Bapak Haryadi Sukamdani, the chairman of Apindo, where he has shared this and invited us to join the Happy Digital X program presentation in our DPN Apindo WhatsApp group. In that presentation, where the nature of the program was explained by Prof. Ed Crowley, head of the Happy Digital X, and one of the many MIT educated professionals of this program, I was immediately triggered to enroll because long before this, in the year of 2000, I was set to enroll in a collaborative executive MBA program by Nanyang Technological University, Singapore, and MIT Sloan School of Management. But due to some obstacles, namely the monetary crisis at that time, I was not able to go. I thought this Happy Digital X opportunity would allow me to obtain exactly that, valuable knowledge from the professors at MIT. And it turns out that not only was I able to receive excellent education from these professors, but I was also able to receive them from all the wonderful professors in the Happy Digital X program. Knowledge that was initially meant for my personal development, but turned out to have a broader set of application for the firm I work with. In fact, our firm has already adopted many of the ICT-related practices which we covered in class. So what was initially a small little endeavor has become this great big venture. And more importantly, the challenge project, which began with us helping Pak Janur with his plastic exchange course in Ubud, Bali, has developed into this amazing opportunity that we can actually bring all the way to Humbang Hasundutan, my place of birth in Lake Toba area, and maybe even to other area as well. In addition, I also realized that this program was a great opportunity for us in expanding our network, and not only within our challenge project group, where all 8 of us comes from a variety of different fields, countries and cultures, but also from our colleagues in other groups whom we now have potential to collaborate with in the future. And I hope that when this program ends, there will be more and more of us who can collaborate with each other to actualize happy digital age cities, system, products, and services. On this very special day, I've also invited Ibu Lydia Christina Dosmar Banjarnahor, the chairwoman of Humbang Hasundutan Handicraft Council, or Dekranasda Humbang Hasundutan from North Sumatra. I've invited her because of the culmination of our project where we turn plastic waste into woven works, woven in Dolok Sanggul, my hometown, Humbang Hasundutan, by the young artisans from Rumah Kreatif Sinarmas, a people empowerment of PT Asuransi Sinarmas in collaboration with Dekranasda Humbang Hasundutan. Feel free to visit our breakout room later on to learn more about our project and how we took recycled plastic bottles and turned them into beautiful scarves, just like this one, the one that I'm wearing now. We hope that in the future, more and more people with this diverse backgrounds will join this program. The more we can share this knowledge with the business world, the better, so that they can send their best people into this Happy Digital X program and create more impactful collaboration. Hopefully, the graduates of this first cohort of Happy Digital X can take what we have learned from the class and apply it into our respective fields and make a lasting impact in our fields as well as the greater environment. So go forward, Happy Digital Age, continue to be a blessing to Indonesia and to the world. Thank you and happy. Thank you.
Happy indeed. Thank you so much, Ibu Dumasi. You were wonderful, brilliant, heartfelt remarks on behalf of all the participants. Thank you. I think all of us in capacity building, all the faculty here know that it's in the hands of the students and participants that the knowledge really comes to life. And I think you really have shown that through your presence and the work that you do with the Challenge Project teams. And speaking of Challenge Project teams, I think you have heard this twice or 3 times now, how important the Challenge Project component is to Happy Digital X. Not only it gives the program a higher purpose of contributing to the grand challenges that we're facing as a humanity, but it is also a lab where our participants, our fellows, apply the skills, tools, and framework that they learn in the program onto real-world challenges. So as Professor Crowley mentioned earlier, there are 7 teams working on 5 challenge projects presented by 4 stakeholders. And I would like to take a few minutes now in the next quarter hour to listen to from each and every one team. Each one gets 1 minute to present what their project is about. And this is just a prelude, don't worry. Later on, there will be longer time for us to go into breakout and learn more about these projects. But for now, for the pitches, I would like to allow our participants to represent their teams in sequence. Get ready.